Theodosius Florentini was born 23rd May 1808 in Munster, Grabenton. He entered the Capuchin Franciscan Order 22nd October 1825, was ordained priest in 1830 and appointed novice master and lecturer on philosophy and theology. In 1838, he became guardian at Burden. In 1845, superior and parish priest at Cour. In 1857, definitor, and in 1860, vicar general of the Diocese of Cour. After the Sunderbund War, the Radical Party opposed Catholic interests. In consequence of his defense of the Church, Father Theodosius fled to Alsace in 1841. In August of the same year, he returned. He founded the Institute of the Sisters of the Holy Cross, Menzingen, in the Capuchin Church at Altorf on 16th October 1844. The first three sisters received the habit of the Third Order of St. Francis. Their constitutions enjoin upon them to make themselves all to all in order to win souls to Christ and to do nothing which might repel any from their mode of life. From this foundation grew the congregation of teaching sisters with their mother house at Menzingen. Father Theodosius Florentini, OFM Cap, was an indefatigable social activist and advocate of the poor in Switzerland. Like St. Francis of Assisi, he believed in the power of the cross and committed himself to the upliftment of the poor. He believed that the need of the time is the will of God. This was the principle which in 1844 led Father Theodosius Florentini to call his Institute of Sisters into existence. He says, as long as there's a poor child in the world, I cannot think of myself. He exhorted the sisters, I need sisters who understand the cross. Father Theodosius was a great personality of the 19th century. He was well known and highly respected, feared and loved, restlessly active to renew social work in the spirit of the Church. He recognized and understood the signs of his times. He made study possible for Marianna and he nurtured in her the vision for the future. Father Theodosius made it possible for Maria Anna Heimgartner and her companions to realize his vision for the future. The first seed was sown for the future congregation of teaching sisters. He faced many challenges. The sisters opened the girls' school in Menzingen in 1844 on the 3rd November for the higher classes with 32 students and on 27th November for the lower classes with 56 students. Father Theodosius willingly risked and explored new ways of providing work opportunities for the impoverished people, caring for the poor, the sick, and the neglected. As an organizational genius, rich in ideas and of tremendous vitality, with a great drive for dynamic work, Father Theodosius, with a deep trust in divine providence, ventured into the unknown, the uncertain. He was a man of far vision. He broke with the monastic concept of religious life limited to within the walls to embrace an apostolic religious life based on a social concern and involvement. The poor and the suffering have a special place in the life of the founder. To alleviate their miseries, he spent his life and energy working relentlessly, establishing factories and other business enterprises, thus providing work for the poor. Besides being a social reformer, he was also a Catholic reformer. As a pioneer and herald, he revealed to the world the spirit and the strength of the Catholic Church. Yet, he was a friend of all people of all denominations. It was said of him that he was neither a liberal nor a conservative nor ultra-modern. Yet, in him we find a blend of all this. He undertook diverse activities in response to the demands of his time. He died on February 15, 1865 in Haydn. Rightly, his tombstone bore the following inscription: To the noble priest, the educator of youth, the friend of the sick, the father of the poor, by those who revere him. As we commemorate the 157th death anniversary, we seek the guidance of the Spirit and intercession of our founder, Father Theodosius, for the transformation of our society with the diverse cultures.